All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who grew well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. Right. And citation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai's sake. We're the brothers from GMS Miami. I'm Brother Samak.
I'm your brother Zakaria.
Yeah, in today's lesson, we're going to go into how America, Babylon the Great, is spiritually Egypt. Mm-hmm. All right? That's going to be what we're going to get into as a lesson because, this place right here, all right, the vibration of it, all right, is all goes back to Egypt.
That's right.
All right, ancient Egypt. Mm-hmm. All right? So we're going to bring out a couple of scriptures, all right, just to prove that America, Babylon the Great, is spiritually Egypt. That's right. Okay, so let's start with Revelation chapter 11, verse 8.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 11, and verse 8, and it says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city.
All right, so right there it says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city. Okay, you know what? Let's start with the dead bodies. Who are these dead bodies that are lying in the street of the great city? Right. Okay, if you can get Ezekiel 37. Okay. And it should be around the 11th verse.
Yep. Mm-hmm. This is book of Ezekiel chapter 37 and verse 11. Mm-hmm. And it says, then he said unto me, son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel.
These bones are the whole house of Israel. All right. So it's talking about the Israelites. All right, and when you look at it, dead bodies is meaning in a dead state of mind. All right, it's talking about the Israelites.
That's right.
All right, and they're going to be lying, in the street of the great city.
That's right.
All right, being in confusion and different doctrines, not knowing who they are. Yep. All right, calling themselves by proverbs and bywords. Mm-hmm. All right, like Negro, Black, Hispanic, Brown. Right. Okay.
Yep.
Continue.
Kemet. This right. Ezekiel 37 and verse 11 again. Mm-hmm. Says, then he said unto me, son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Mm-hmm. Behold, they say our bones are dried and our hope is lost. We are cut off from our parts.
Right. All right. And that's how these heathens are acting. All right. We're acting until the Lord put the Rakah Quadash on us and we remembered ourselves. Mm-hmm. But they thought they had us where they wanted us. Right. All right. That they'll never remember themselves. Mm-hmm. We could do whatever we want with them. All right. But hey, but that again proves that those dead bodies represents Israel. Right. All right. And you heathens had a hand, all right, in keeping us from our power for a hot minute.
That's right.
All right, and especially you Edomites, you so-called white people. Mm-hmm. Continue.
I got a precept for you, Baba Kushak, because you said that. This book back at Revelation chapter 11, in verse 9, it says, "And they of the people in kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves." That's talking about these other nations, man. They didn't tell us who we were, who we are, and they know our history, man. They didn't suffer us to be at peace, to be at rest, man. That's why they lied to us, man. Those 3 days and a half is representing 350 years, man. I was 1619 to what? 1970, 1969, right? Then the breath of life entered into us, man. Started with Elder Abba Bivens, right? The Lord put the Holy Spirit on him, man.
Who's Elijah?
That's right, brother.
Okay.
Yep. Back at Ezekiel chapter 37 and verse 12, it says, therefore prophesy and say unto them, thus saith the Lord power, behold, O my people, I will open your graves and cause you to come up out of your graves and bring you into the land of Israel.
Right, and this is you're seeing the beginning of it now. All right, that's why we're going into Revelation chapter 11 and 8. All right, for all these breakdowns, right, for truth's sake, because all right, this is the time now for the Lord to gather His elect, all right, and delivering them back to their homeland. All right, and through the Rakah Quadash, He gave us the breath of life. All right, to remember ourselves, to understand, what's going on in these times, because we're at the end.
That's right.
All right, and that's why, this is powerful stuff, man. This is a miracle. All right, these are just for us remembering ourselves and knowing who we are and knowing that salvation is near.
That's right.
You got it.
I'll continue on. Verse 13, it says, And ye shall know that I am the Lord when I have opened your graves, O my people, and brought you up out of your graves.
Right. So there you go. So those dead bodies, all right, represent, okay, the Israelites, all right, and the Lord, all right, okay, gave us the Rakah Kodash, all right, a comforter to remember ourselves, and now we popped up out of the graves.
Yep.
All right, we're like, we rose out of the graves, man, spiritually.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So yeah, that was it on there.
All right. So you got something else?
I got a precept to back that up.
Come
This book of Proverbs, chapter 21, in verse 16, it says, "The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead." Man, so our people they fell away from the way of understanding. That's why they're in a dead state of mind. They're spiritually dead, man. Our people, like the brother was going into, they're into all different philosophies. I just bugged out. They're dead spiritually, man.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, right. You got Jake still to this very day, still in them dead bodies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Even though the truth is right there in front of them. All right. So Revelation 11:8 again.
This is the book of Revelation chapter 11 and verse 8 again. It says, "And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city."
Okay, the great city. Who's that talking about? That's talking about Babylon the Great.
That's right.
Right. If you get a Revelation 14, I believe around the what is it? The 8th verse.
This is the book of Revelation chapter 14 and verse 8. It says, "And there followed another angel, saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication."
There you go. So that great city is talking about Babylon the Great. All right, where the Lord's people will be at. Okay, all right, in those in a dead state of mind for a period of time, but now we've awoken.
That's right.
All right.
That's right.
Now
I want to just make a point because I was watching Elder Kazak video. He did a video about America and spiritual Egypt like a while ago, but he said in ancient Egypt, all the tribes, the 12 tribes, we was all together in ancient Egypt, man. You know, and now the tribes are here in America.
That's
man,
right.
You know,
that's right.
And the Lord's gonna bring up the elect out of His place, man.
Right.
You know,
and the 12 tribes consist of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans.
That's right.
Okay.
Yep. Whatever you had.
Continue on with Revelation 11 and 8.
This book of Revelation chapter 11 in verse, my bad, my pages. Revelation chapter 11 verse 8, it says, "And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom in Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified."
All right, so spiritually called Sodom in Egypt. All right, so now let's focus on Egypt. All right, Egypt is known as what? House of bondage, right? Slavery. All right, we get an Exodus 20.
Yep.
Okay. And then we'll get Deuteronomy 28 verse 68.
This book of Exodus chapter 20 and verse 1, it says, "And the Lord spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage."
Right. So Egypt, all right, is synonymous with house of bondage. All right. And the history of America, right? The inception of this place, all right, did it not, all right, kick off, all right, for the bulk of the time of slavery? All right, did not, okay, mainly Judah, okay, built the important institutions of this place, like for example DC.
Right.
All right, DC was built by slaves. Okay, the Israelites. Okay, the White House. All right, that's even proud. The White House. All right, trying to eat. These Edomites. They try to think they're pure and holy, and now you're not, man. You're the wicked.
Right.
All right, but hey, Egypt is synonymous with bondage. That's the point.
That's right.
Okay, and this is in the book of Revelation, the last book of the Bible. So this is talking about a future Egypt, which is here, America, Babylon the Great. Now,
that's right.
Let's get out the money. All right, the dollar bill for all you conspiracy. All right, people, the conspiracy individuals out there, right? And they're like, oh, we're into, you damn right, we're into conspiracies too. All right, you see this right here? This is on the back of the dollar bill.
Right.
Egypt. Okay? An Egyptian pyramid. All right? What the hell is an Egyptian pyramid doing on the back of the dollar bill?
Right.
Okay? All right? Because, hey, all right, the elites know, all right, the secret societies know, like Freemasonry. All right, Freemasonry get their culture, their foundation from Egypt. Okay? When it comes to even the caste system, which, you know what? Let me bring that out. Let me bring that out. And no. Before I bring that out, let's get Deuteronomy 28 and 68. All right.
This book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, in verse 68, it says, "And the Lord, Yahweh Bashimashai, shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships."
With ships. Okay. You had movies made.
Yep.
Okay. Mainly Southern Kingdom.
Yep.
Getting put on cargo slave ships from West Coast to Africa. Okay, into Babylon the Great, which is known as spiritually Sodom and Egypt.
That's right.
All right, that's facts, man. Mm-hmm. Okay, where in history did the Israelites go on ships back into Egypt?
Right.
Okay, that proves that the so-called Negroes are the real Jews, man.
Yep.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they made movies on it.
Yep.
You know, Amistad, Roots.
Yep.
You know, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what? What about Northern Kingdom?
Yeah.
If you could get Baba Kusha, all right? Because, hey, what about Northern Kingdom? Should be Hosea chapter 8 and 13. Okay?
8 and 13.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. 8 and 13 sliding.
Mm-hmm.
This book of Hosea, chapter 8 and verse 13. Hosea 8 and 13 says, "They sacrifice flesh for the sacrifices of mine offerings,
Mm-hmm.
and eat it, but the Lord accepted them not.
Mm-hmm.
Now will he remember their iniquity and visit their sins, they shall return to Egypt."
Right. The Northern Kingdom, okay? If you know the history of the Northern Kingdom, okay, right after the Assyrian captivity, all right, they all the bulk of them gathered themselves and came over here to the New World. Mm-hmm. But over here in the New World, okay, they were conquered by the Spaniards and conquistadors, and they were put into slavery. Yep. All right, Christopher Columbus, Hispaniola, yep. Right, Puerto Rico. Yep. They had the indigenous people, all right, in captivity, mining the gold. Yep. All right, that prophecy was fulfilled, okay, during the time of the Renaissance. Return to Egypt. Mm-hmm. This is talking about the Northern Kingdom.
Right.
So you can, hey, that's how you know, again, this place, America, Babylon the Great, all right, and of course you had Northern Kingdom come here. You had Gad and Reuben serving as slavery, all right, but the focal point is America, all right, is spiritually Egypt.
That's right.
All right, because all the tribes will be here, all right, to this very day, and up to this very day, at the bottom, serving, okay, you Edomites, you so-called white people.
That's right.
Okay?
Yep.
But I wanted to bring that out because when did they return back to Egypt?
Right, with ships.
With ships.
Right.
Okay?
Can't find that in history.
Yeah. All right, Northern Kingdom was on the cargo slave ships too.
Right.
All right?
So that was it on there. You want to bring out that point of the article.
Oh, yeah. So I found this article, it's called Junta Deno. It's a bugged out word right here. It's Junta D'Andalusia.es. It says Egyptian society. All right. So this is how you know America. Okay, Babylon the Great, socially, spiritually Egypt, because the way, all right, their caste system is set up here in America. They follow Egypt caste system, for lack of better words. It says ancient Egypt had three main social classes: upper, middle, and lower. That's why you hear on the news, right, the middle class. We got to help out the middle class, right. All right, because they get this all back to, goes back to Egypt. Yep. All right, the lower class. All right, let's talk about the poor. Mm-hmm. Where did they get these terms from? Egypt. Yep. Now here's the point: the upper class consisted of the royal family. Now that should be a clue right there. The royal family. Right. That's why you have, for example, these presidents, all right? Always the same people running over and over again for president, because that's the royal class, okay? The Bush dynasty, the Clinton dynasty, right. Okay? Rich landowners, government officials, important priests and army officers, and doctors, right? So that's another thing. Doctors. The doctors, right? Okay, these doctors that are telling you, okay, what you should put in your body and not. These wicked ass doctors, all right? They're part of the upper class. Yeah. Okay? All right? Now, when it comes to landowners, all right, that's how you know the electoral college is based. And who runs the electoral college? The Edomites. Yeah. Which proves that you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans, you have no say in voting, man.
Right.
All right, they make up the voting block. All right, because this all goes back to Egypt, man. This is how you know America, okay, is spiritually Egypt.
That's right.
All right. Now, if you look at Freemasonry, they have different degrees, okay? And if you look at the different degrees, each degrees, okay, when you go higher up, all right, you're already molded into governing the society. Right. And not just Freemasonry, you have Skull and Bones too. All these different secret societies. If you watch the movie The Good Shepherd with Matt Damon, okay, when his fellow college Yale, okay, colleagues came to him with the secret handshake and say, "You want to join the Skull and Bones?" Mm-hmm. All right, he was like, "Yes, I want to join." And then right after that, the scene cuts. All right, and it's in a dark room. Mm-hmm. And what did the head of the Skull and Bones, all right, said, "Hey, you will be leading military industries, corporate industries, all right, the political industry, okay." It all goes back to spiritually Egypt. Mm-hmm. That's why, you know, when it comes to Jake be really thinking they can move up. Nah, you only can move up, all right, a certain degree that they allow you, but you'll never be able to call the shots. Yep. All right, because it's already been centralized and controlled by the elites of America, Babylon the Great, okay, which are these Edomites, and they worship this Egypt. That's right. You got the Washington Monument, okay. That's an obelisk. That goes back to Egypt. Right. All right.
You got the Cleopatra needle. Mm-hmm. You know, I saw the brothers in New York did a video on that, man. Mm-hmm. Which goes back to Egypt. They brought it over here to the U.S., man. Mm-hmm. So that's Egypt. They worship the gods of Egypt all over, you know.
That's right.
But I got a couple precepts to back you up. Mm-hmm. This book, Ecclesiastes chapter 1 in verse 9, it says, "The thing that have been is that which shall be." That thing is talking about the spirit. Mm-hmm. It says, "And that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun." So there's no new thing. All right, there's just these different empires, which America is all these empires coming back at one. You know, but mainly we going on the point of Egypt, man. Mm-hmm. You can see the philosophies, the ways, you know, the laws, like the brothers going to the different classes. This Egypt all over again. Mm-hmm. Jake in bondage, on hardcore slavery, man. Right. You know, but now it's like more with paperwork, but we still in bondage, man. And the Pharaoh won't let us go. Right. He's trying to keep us by giving us that sea hip, man.
Yep, that's right. That's right. You got the prison industrial complex, which that's literally set up for Jake to go right back into slavery. Mm-hmm. All right, being paid nothing. Okay, being forced into this labor so they could purchase basic necessities. All right, to in the prison house. Right. All right, like, and getting paid shit. That's slavery, man. Yep. All right.
Yep. Got one more. It's Job chapter 20 in verse 11. "His bones are full of the sins of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust." So his bones are filled with the sins of his youth, going back to how this society, America, which is spiritual Egypt, how it was made. It was made off Freemasonry and all witchcraft, man. Yep. And that's their youth is how they started it, man. You know, all full of wickedness and evil, and it's played out. You know, on earth, it's played out. How this place was built on witchcraft, and now that's all you see is like wickedness, man. Mm-hmm. You got it, brother.
And another thing, man. I did a lesson on these Edomites. They control the purse strings and all that. All right, and I also pointed out that they also control what you hear and what they want you to hear. You have Anderson Cooper. Right. All right, his family goes back to the Oppenheimers, and he's on CNN telling you what to think and how to think and what and he's literally represents the royal family, man.
Right. I believe like Vanderbilt's too.
Oh yeah, like that's what it is. Not the Oppenheimers, it's the Vanderbilt. Slovakia.
I was doing research on that a couple weeks ago. That was
Vanderbilt, Slovakia, not the Oppenheimers.
I think they got famous with the train tracks or something
like
that.
Right. You know? Yeah, the water. I stand corrected. The water. That's why you have to have a brotherhood.
They still rich.
They still rich. Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Slovakia,
Nah. So there you go, man. All right, it's all controlled at the top by the same people.
Yep.
All right, that's how you know this is spiritually Egypt.
Yep.
All right, this whole caste system.
Mm-hmm.
If you could get Joel chapter 3 verse 19.
Right here. Yeah, this book of Joel chapter 3 verse 19, it says, Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness.
So right there you're seeing the association of Egypt with the Edomites, which are the so-called, white man, white woman, white child, which proves that you're the modern day pharaohs of today. Okay? You're the modern day Egyptians of today.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep, I continue. Joel 3 and 19 says, Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness for the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. You know, so Esau, you know, that, like the brother's going into, it connects Edom to Egypt, man, because Edom is the modern day Pharaoh that's ruling over spiritual Egypt, that's oppressing what Judah in northern kingdom, man, that's shedding innocent blood. So the Lord said this place is gonna be desolate, man.
That's right.
By nuclear fires, man. What 2nd Ezra 15 said, he's gonna plague Egypt as the sins of before, man.
Right.
You know, you got it. Right?
Yeah, I got it right here. 2nd Ezra, chapter 15. And I'm going to start at 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt.
Right.
Okay? 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof.
Right.
So this is talk about a future Egypt, which is America, okay, Babylon the Great. All right, because the Lord's going to come and deliver us, all right, from this place. Okay, so that, because he doesn't want us, all right, to suffer here anymore. Okay?
That's right.
All right? And also, you people here in America, you about to get the plagues of Egypt. The Lord said, I'm going to smite Egypt with plagues. Did not the Lord hit Egypt with the 10 plagues? Okay? You know the story. So, hey, the scripture says what was written aforetime was written for our learning. All right? So the Lord is going to bring hell to this place, man.
He said he's going to destroy all the land thereof. That's how you know it's talking about this land, because ancient Egypt's still going.
Right.
They're still flourishing over there.
They're flourishing, you know. And the ancient, and those Egyptians, those so-called Egyptians are Arabs.
Yeah, they're Arabs. Yeah.
You know, they're not even the real Egyptians. You got something?
Yeah, I got something. Just to go into Egypt, the Lord's going to deliver us. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 19, verse 18. It says, in that day shall 5 cities in the land of Egypt speak the language of Canaan. Those cities represented different camps. You know, the language of Canaan represented what? The Lashawan Kodash, the holy tongue, man.
That's right.
The pure tongue, man. And we speaking it, you know, the Lord said he going to return to us a pure language. Now we may call upon him with one consent, man. And we learning the Lashawan Kodash, and we got the true names, man. It says, and swear to the Lord of hosts, one shall be called the city of destruction, because why? These different cities, they will ultimately be destroyed, man. All right, the Lord's going to destroy this whole land, man. It says, verse 19, it says, and there shall be an altar to the Lord in the midst of the land of Egypt, and a pillar at the border thereof to the Lord. And the altar represented what? The different brothers, you know, making their sacrifice. You know, the different camps, you know, making their sacrifice, you know, with their lips. You know, also make our body a living sacrifice. But the Lord said this place is going to be what is it? Isaiah 34. The Lord says it's going to be a big sacrifice, man, in the land of Basra, man. These people going to get burned up, man. You know, let me read down a verse. This is a point right here. Verse 20 says, and it shall be for a sign and for a witness unto the Lord of hosts in the land of Egypt, for they shall cry unto the Lord because of their oppressors, and he shall send them a savior and a great one, and he shall deliver them. And this is Isaiah speaking.
Right.
You know?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That we was way out of ancient Egypt.
Yeah,
man.
that's right. That's right. That's just obviously a prophetic, future prophecy, man. All right. You may as well go up to Isaiah 19 and 1. All right, because this is clearly, all right, talking about the end times, man. Okay?
Isaiah chapter 19 verse 1, it says, the burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it.
Right, and there you go. When did this happen?
Right.
Okay? All right? This is not talking about ancient Egypt. That already happened. This is Isaiah the prophet, okay, prophesy about a future, okay, Egypt, where the Lord's going to come in on a swift cloud, talking about the chariots, the so-called UFOs, to bring in destruction, all right, to level your idols, America, and to save the children of Israel, which the brother just read in Isaiah 19, chapter 19, verse 18 through 20. Okay? So that proves, again, all right, when you read Revelation 11 and 8, that's talking about America, Babylon the Great. Okay? All right? There's no getting around it. All right?
Yeah, I'll read the next verse. It says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And that's leading up to the civil war. That's prophesied in what, Revelation the 15th, Second Ezra's 15th chapter. All right, they shall not regard their kings or princes, man. That's the modern day Americans, which are the Egyptians, the modern day Egyptians. They're gonna fight against each other, man. That's a future prophecy, man. You know, because in ancient Egypt, they wasn't fighting against each other. They was like oppressing us, man. Now in this time, they're gonna fight against each other. These Edomites, man. You know, that was it on that.
So yeah, I think we hit the point. Hey, the point is though, all right, you know, America, Babylon the Great is spiritually Egypt. All right, this is where the Lord is going to deliver us from our captivity. Okay. And this is where America's going to be destroyed. Okay, the Lord's going to level this place. All right, burn it to the roots.
That's right.
All right, and so Lord willing, let's edify. We want to give all praises and all glory to
Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem Rakakwadash.
Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today.
That's right.
And citation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai's sake. Love you, brothers. Keep enduring, keep the faith, keep pushing, keep fighting, keep studying. Pray without ceasing. Pray for each other. Pray for the apostles and elders. And for the few that are watching, keep studying. When you pray with your cover. Shalom.
Hey, shalom.
And a Bible ball.
Bible ball.